Welcome back, ready time now for Game 3, the decider between Asus.Polar and London Conspiracy Dota 2. Let's get some Dota 2 sounds. Here we go. We've got Game 1 taken by LC, and it was with this duo, the Dazzled Phantom Lancer. They offensive trail ended up and managed to take it to Asus.Polar. Game 2, though, Asus.Polar, they're the ones who struck back. And, well, we're going to see them take on the PL once more. It wasn't just the PL. The Axe getting banned in Game 2 and Game 3 was a big problem here for Asus.Polar back in Game 1, mostly just because of the hero's lane dominance in that 1v1 it had against the Doom. And we'll see if LC are going to continue the theme of these offensive trial lanes once more. Asus.Polar for now get a Lina Troll as their opening two picks. Lina likely to be the mid hero for G. We'll see if it's going to be the case or if they will maybe consider switching it into kind of a more supportive role, but gives them insane burst damage. Way of bringing down a PL damn fast here and killing heroes before Grave can come into play. So a nice hero to have in general, I feel, against the Dazzle with the big burst of that Lina Laguna. But Troll was given away as well. The first game we're going to see a Troll Warlord and Asus.Polar with big right-click damage to go with that burst damage of the Lina, because you've got Troll and also you've got Lina with Fiery Souls plus the Battle Trance. A lot of bonus attack speed here. Lina's still not really like a big right-click damage dealer. Even when you throw a battle, I mean, you throw Battle Trance and Fiery Souls, you've got the right click attack speed there, but you're not going for those like DPS type items, typically speaking. But we'll see Asus.Polar. Oh, it's the FNG classic. They get the Treant. Brood response. So LC may be wanting to give that one up. They had a plan in mind, and it's the Brood. I'm thinking this will be the hero for Relax, and there is, I mean, Troll. Great in the lane stage, but Brood always a problem here. We'll have to see Asus.Polar get a strong support to go with the Troll to maybe try and look to counteract the Brood. Get like a good kind of two-hero kill combo with the Troll +1. Need sentries, and we'll see what the plan's going to be here as far as that support goes. Often what they like to do is give FNG that safe lane and have Troll rotate into the jungle early on to give the Treant some good farm. Get FNG that Ag Scepter early on. The Ag's Treant so potent, such a huge upgrade to his ultimate when you can get that, but we'll see what the plan's going to be here. Asus.Polar, I think, kind of getting caught a bit by surprise. They're going to start things off with a Spirit Breaker, so they get their offlaner, an offlaner which Sadoi did so well and super popular on the CIS scene and good against the Brood. Gives you that vision that if you ever see him for a little bit, just to throw like a spawn Spider Link, you charge him and then you can track him wherever he goes, and makes it a lot easier to kill him. Even if you're just charging him for the vision across the map without using Spirit Breaker to initiate, this is a great hero against Brood in general. And I like Asus.Polar picking this one up. And then I can kind of think about, like, okay, last support, what's it going to be? Venge was one that kind of came to mind. I thought they might pick earlier. Not amazing against Brood, but not bad against Brood either. Especially at level 1, level 2, you've got the ability to scout Brood over the trees using your Wave of Terror. And with Sentry Wards and a Magic Missile threat, Magic Missile into a Troll Slow, there's enough kill potential there that Brood has to play fairly defensively. So, we'll see. I think Asus.Polar gonna need, I mean, they could even consider putting Lina as a support here and getting a different mid for G, but doesn't seem likely. For LC, Zeus is gonna be either their mid or their secondary support. I wonder if they mix things up against here. As far as mid lanes are going against Lina, Zeus one of the better options, so that is where it is likely to be a Zeus who can just sit back, throw his Arc Lightning, not really put himself in a position that he can get KO'd by a Lina. But it does feel LC maybe lacking in kind of the late game stable carry department. Brood a hero that falls off. Zeus doesn't necessarily fall off, but isn't a hero that necessarily wants to go super late game against BKBs, against a Treant who's going to be going for like Ag Scepter and all that, so they want to dominate the early to mid game. And if it gets to late game, definitely favor Asus.Polar. I haven't even seen their last hero, but I feel like we can confidently say Asus.Polar are going to have a late game advantage, with Brood being fairly easily dealt with in general. I mean, your Treant can pick up a gem if you need it, but Spirit Breaker charge and all that, so I think LC are going to be much more about the laning stage of the early game. Likely we're going to, I don't know, I was about to say we're going to see the offensive Tround again, but we'll see what they want to do with the Brood. Maybe Brood goes 1v1 against Spirit Breaker. Like, we've seen LC look to take that laning stage advantage by sending offensive trial lanes and giving Relax a 1v1 lane, although Brood is kind of like a 1v2 specialist as far as the offlane goes. Even when against some trial lanes, Brood can do well, but you Brood a 1v1 matchup, and depending on the hero, this hero can shine as well. Just changes how you have to approach the draft, your strategy completely. Kind of has that Techies effect, but in a less gimmicky way. But the Techies effect being that, like, everything changes because there's a Brood in the game. You have to mass buy sentry wards early. You have to do so much differently when you see this hero. So we'll see what Asus.Polar last pick here. Probably just thinking through support options, and they will change. Oh, will they change? It looks like support Spirit Breaker. Interesting. That gives them... for a second I thought it was going to be a Lina. Lina's going safe lane farm even? Lina's... Illidan picks up the Lina. Okay, I'm going to think this one through here. So my first thought was going to be support Lina, and they run mag mid for G and troll in the safe lane. I was like, yeah, it's kind of okay. There's no one really to benefit from the empower or anything like that, but it looks like the new plan is going to be a support Spirit Breaker. And now I was like, okay, support Spirit Breaker Tree. You've got 2 melee supports. Good luck dealing with a Brood, but to make up for that, instead of having Lina mid, it looks like they may do Lina safe lane. Give G the mid lane against the Zeus. A lot of deviations coming out from Asus.Polar in response. I mean, FNG, great drafter, and he seems to have a pretty clear plan in mind as far as tackling what's coming their way. So, we'll introduce our two teams. It's game 3, tied 1 apiece. The decider. Madara going to be playing your Phantom Lancer. Spartan on the Dazzle. Keezer going to be going mid on the Zeus. Further back, it's going to be Skanks playing the Witch Doctor, leaving the safe lane solo. Relax on that Brood. Again, same laning setup from LC. On the Dire side, taking game 2, we've got Asus.Polar with the stand-in Sudoi on the Magnus. Lil on the Spirit Breaker. The other stand-in G going to be going mid on the Troll Warlord. And in the safe lane, FNG. Wards and sentries in hand, going to be on your Treant Protector, and then finally Illidan Stormrage on the Lina. Safe lane farming, it seems. Trialing versus trialing at top, and looking to maybe take advantage of some of these melee heroes. They're going to smoke their way through. They have a lane ward here, and trying to see what they can find. Illidan gets some scouting information. He gets an idea of what's going down here, and oh, FNG, you're in the wrong place here. PL is going to lance for the slow. They start with the cast. There's your lance from the high ground. Oh, FNG in trouble. No body block from Madara. Skills up the invis. Okay, he'll survive. It's still a win for LC, just forcing out that pickup in the Nature's Guise. It's worth it for FNG to not give up first blood, but does hurt his ability. This top lane is going to be a disaster. You've got no Leech Seed, you've got no Living Armor. I think they're just going to be able to play. It's like the plan's like, dude, just play safe. Also, no sentries down this bottom lane for the Brood. Going to give Brood a much easier time. Brood even having a sentry to be used as like a counter sentry down here, but there's nothing he's even going to need it for. Not sure what Lil can offer down here as well. He's going to swing him down here. He's just going to be an XP leech if he tries to do anything. So, at this point, if you're Lil, it's like, well, top trial lane, we can't win this trial lane. I can't help there. Bottom lane, we got no sentries. I can't really help there either. Mid lane, you don't want to leech XP from a mid lane troll. There's no real lane troll the Spirit Breaker can help. So it's a matter of like, if you're going to leech XP, who does it hurt the least? And I guess he decides bottom lane is where, if I've got to go somewhere, let's maybe leech the Mag's XP. Because I think if you leech your mid-troll's XP, it's pretty awful. And top lane, all you can do is maybe rely on pulls. Looks like Illidan almost went down there. It's trialing. We saw it earlier. So the Doppelganger in, like that level 2 lance into Doppelganger with a heal bomb is just so potent. Spartan continuing the harass in general. Everyone on this... Look at these HP bars. Everyone just low. G down to half HP. Everyone just taking chip damage all across the board here. FNG, we need to be careful. There's no mana for Lance just yet. Actually, with the stick, Madara could look to throw him, but won't have a Doppelganger to follow. He levels it up, and actually just about enough mana with the stick charges to use that combo we talked about. There's the Brood at bottom lane. We'll take it some time before the Brood can really get good control of this lane. You need to have at least like the level 3 for the second point in the nuke, and oh, FNG gets the second D-ward off. Okay. That sentry took out a lot of vision there. Spartan will take the top DD rune. It looks like Spirit Breaker gets the bounty at bottom, and hitting level 2 may look for some charges towards mid fairly soon. This is the one thing he can now look to do. He didn't want to leech XP early on, but now that G has some kill potential here, Troll needs like some boots or something. He's going to go for the bottle, it looks like. Actually gets a Quelling Blade and regen. Doesn't have bottle just yet. Interesting to see these item pickups. Not something I would have expected for him. Charge mid lane here. They're going to go in on Keezer. Do they follow this up? The Troll going to have a slow here. Starts with the Whirling Axes. They're going to leech seed up G in case he had to take the tower, but it's Lil there. Career in the side, and Zeus will survive this one. Even they're going to have the Bottle Crow available. So G with the Quelling Blade pickup makes me think he's rotating to the jungle very early on. Not something you'd traditionally see from a troll. Not going for a bottle, not going for boots here. These items heavily suggest something a bit different here. Sentry Ward bottom lane. They want to go in on Relax here. Lil with the charge here. The second web coming out. They cannot chase him any further. Dazzle going to cancel that TP. It's not needed. It baits out a TP cooldown, but realistically, that's still okay for LC. Dara with Boots and Bassi. These are the kind of your bread and butter items to push the lane, to pressure it, to give your team all the mana regen you need, and this is where Illidan, one Spirit Lance, will probably spell his demise if he's not careful. I'm going to keep Madara low, keep him down half HP, deter him from going for that dive. Brutal bottom lane again. It looks like they tried to go for this kill here. This Sentry Ward very close, and Relax has to stay kind of out of range for it. Oh, they know Illidan's kind of trapped here. They pinged him out, I think. They could look to dive this wave. Illidan, okay. Gonna go back to safety higher up, and even with the TP in from FNG, they still may look to fight this one. No detection, though, for the Nature's guys. What's G up to? Does go... Okay, so it goes back for a bottle now. Picks that one up after the Quelling Blade. Seems worth having in general if he's going to look to be the one maybe rotating around a bit more this game. And that's for Illidan up top. 6 CS on your Lina. Oh boy, it's been a rough time. Story's done okay bottom lane. 20 last hits, the 10 of the Brood. Some of those may be Spiderlings, but still some decent farm advantage going your Mag's way. With the support of the Spirit Breaker, it has made this lane a lot easier. So FNG will take over the top lane. Kind of a little trade-off here. Tag team action in play. Lina will go back, heal up, while Treant takes over the lane. 2 points in the Living Armor, no points in Leech Seed. Not your everyday Treant build, but when you're playing defensively, when the lane stage is going like this, that's what you've got to do. Also importantly, Relax took out that second Sentry Ward there. Spirit Breaker, yeah, he's got Dust, he's got a Orb of Venom too. This charge, not going to be used at Dust, I don't think. Relax is like, I can see your Magnus far away. I'm actually going to fight you, Lil. And without boots, this Spirit Breaker, slowed down to 246 movement speed, has another charge in a second here, so Relax will be a bit more careful. But smart play from your Brood, just knowing like, okay, what are you going to do to me on your own? You can't kill me without the backup of that Magnus. We'll see a Dazzle look to contest this pull, but kind of unsuccessful. Gets a couple of those creeps off to the side here. Madara. Bottle is up with a Circler. He's been just taking constant harass. I like that Illidan has played this lane very well. Just sitting back, throwing Dragon Slaves to harass while last hitting. Again, this one not even to last hit. This one just purely harass. He basically says, if we keep the tri-lane low, they're not going to go in for those kills. Mid lane, there's a dive here. They went in on Kiza with the slow here. The TP actually gets cancelled by the Dazzle. Another dive. Another charge from Lil. Unsuccessful. Support Spirit Breaker. Kind of creating some space and helping some of these heroes farm, but not finding the kills that he would like. Oh, Kiza. There's a secondary charge. Kiza now in trouble. This time there is no Dazzle TP. The Living Armor's there as well. Should Lil need it. Kiza in some trouble. He has an ultimate, but that's not going to do anything to save his own life. And First Blood took a while to be picked up by anyone. 6 minutes in, it goes Asus.Polar's way. A First Blood, I would have put my money on happening. Top lane for the tri-lane. Oh, they go in. He gets the heal bomb after this one. Surely, there we go. Illidan goes down. Just 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds afterwards. And G, oh, he's got a haste rune. No Radiant Vision. They don't scout this one out. There's a charge on your Dazzle as well. Here comes Troll. Big bad Troll Warlord. He wants some kills. The charge going to go through. Catches one. Catches a second. The Grave will delay this one. G going to find a new target. It skanks on the Witch Doctor. No bounce from your cask. And that should be a dead Witch Doctor and a dead Dazzle. But Witch Doctor gets into the trees trying to juke. Tengo's not going to help him out. The Whirling Axes. Zeus ultimate. This Maledict or Poison Touch doing some good damage to the Living Armor will help keep him alive. FNG survives on 20 HP. Not sure if he dodged the Zeus ultimate with that Nature's Guys. May have been the case. Saving his life from the Zeus ulti, and Illidan TPs himself back top lane. A 1-for-1 trade with the Troll rotation. Here we go. They're not done though. Spartan gets a heal up with the Gravestone cooldown. Lil gonna find this kill, but will there be a counter kill? Lil gets a stun. Hits all three, just barely. Madara needs to stick or bottle up before he has a lance. Is the stick there? Just barely. The charge, the bash. Oh, he gets the kill on Madara. Now another bash. Lil is just a Spirit Breaker machine. The Bash Lord, the RNG, he says, give me one more, please. He's got the slow. He's not going to get it. He's not going to chase as well. Decides enough is enough. He killed a PL. He got some good damage done. They lost the Dazzle as well. And for the first time, the offensive tri-lane from London Conspiracy not quite doing what it set out to do. Asus.Polar just fighting well. Lil Spirit Breaker this far, I would say, even before he was getting kills, was kind of being a pseudo MVP this game. He was kind of salvaging the lanes even when he wasn't getting kills. And now that he's getting kills as well, suddenly things looking great for Asus.Polar. He may even... Living armor? Ooh. Was that level 2 Maledict? No, just level 1. That must have been close. He had 55 HP. That last tick probably only did about maybe 70 damage. We got some combat log. Let's open the log. Wait, target. Where is my Spirit Breaker? Let's refresh. Hits him for 51 damage. He had 49 HP and it did 51 damage. Wow. I was about to say, I didn't think that was actually going to kill him, but it did just enough damage. If you're the Spirit Breaker there, you're just like, man, give me 3 more HP. 1 branch, anything, I don't know, anything could have made a tiny bit of difference there. Even like a stout shield proc. I guess he doesn't have a stout shield. Went for the Orb Venom, but that was very close to surviving. 51 damage on a 49 HP hero from the last Maledict proc. Well, that's the kind of... I mean, that's the kind of kill LC desperately needed. Gets Witch Shocked up to level 5. Gets a bit of gold and also slows down some of this momentum. Bottom lane, they've gone in RP. They're looking for the Brood. With Dust, they'll get it. TPing from your Dazzle, not the best idea here. You get tipped by a Nether Strike and the Shockwave there can grave, but... Okay, we'll get it off in time. Oh, the GG bashes just continue. And, oh, he misses the charge! Lil, please! Lil! No! Lil! What are you doing? The bottle as well! Spartan! Oh! He gets the kill, but Lil will... will he die? Will he? Okay, just barely. Oh! He tried... I think he was trying to be cute. He was trying to charge past. Hit him with the bash over here, but he completely whiffed it. Should have just charged and killed off the... He wanted to get the kill and escape, because he saw the TP coming in, but... Oh, it's not a Asus.Polar game without a bit of 3-2-2. Normally it comes from this guy over here, Mr. Illidan Stormrage, being a bit too aggressive, but Illidan's been pretty perfect with his play, and it's the support Spirit Breaker making a bit of a bizarre choice there. But we'll see G now rotate to the jungle. This is about time where you give FNG some farm. Give him a lane, give him some boots and an Ag Scepter, and suddenly Treant become a big late game menace. Same time, he's playing the hard support. He's playing the 5 position. Dara now being chased down. Can he bottle up in between right clicks? He can do so, but the charge is still there. And the Witch Doctor here, they're going to turn around, look to fight G. G's going to have another Whirling Axes in just 3 seconds here, and here comes your charge. G, Whirling Axes available, but Madara escapes to the low ground. Nether Strike not available. Here comes Zeus. G in trouble. There we go. They'll get that kill. They'll lose G in the process, but another kill on your Phantom Lancer, and Lil... He's chasing this one. Minimal backup. There's a Lina nearby. Does not have a Laguna Blade. Looks like that one was used. And oh, they'll lose Spirit Breaker as well. That's not exactly a good exchange for Asus.Polar. 2 for 2. But losing Spirit Breaker and Troll, 2 of their callers in. Not the best outcome there. Top lane now. Multiple heroes grouped up, looking to maybe engage in. Spartan and Skanks, the 2 supports, just kind of staying hidden in the tree line for now. So Mag did manage to get his blink. Now bottom lane, he's just been quietly farming. Top of the net worth charts and level 10 as well. A lot of potential for this Magnus to take control of this game from here. Drops down some Sentry Wards in the jungle. I don't think he hit the Magic Bush. I'm not sure that'll block this small camp, but blocks the big one at least. Looks like they're trying to bait up Madara on the PL now. And their charge on him could be quite likely. That's for bottom lane. Uh-oh. Relax, in some trouble here. He's dusted up. The Shockwave will finish him off. The TP from Spartan again, just a little bit too late. Gets the double bash, and that's another kill. Magnus with a double up bottom lane. Sadoi gets some help from the Battle Trance. This is another combo we didn't talk about during the draft. Battle Trance with Spirit Breaker. Even a support Spirit Breaker. You give him this attack speed, he'll get an extra bash or 2, and that's a lot of damage coming out from those bashes. You get this damage, whether you're a support or a core Spirit Breaker, you get a lot of damage out of this G now. Oh boy, he gets found. Looks like Witch Doctor going to cancel this one. The Living Armor may be enough to save G's life. That Malik just, okay, level 1, but that's more than enough. Where is Sadoi? He's got vision from the charge. 1 Shockwave will get this kill. He'll hit it. New charge now. Catches up Madara. No Nether Strike available, but with an Empower. Lil Thinks about manning up here. No battle transfers. Troll was dead on the sidelines. Illidan's now going to be the one in charge of maybe dealing with this brood lane. At least has the ability to clear out spiderlings, but he can't be too aggressive. Could find himself getting caught out as well. So Keys at the mid dewarding, but Zeus is quietly be doing pretty damn well here. He's 2-1. Nice skewer back. They're going to catch out Spartan. You can grave, but you're not getting out of this one. The TP not going to be used here. Oh, they get the overgrowth on two. Here comes Skanks. They've got a Nether Strike still available if they try and fight this. FNG invised up, and that Maledict not going to tick him over. Spirit Breaker maybe thinking about another charge into a Nether Strike now. He's got an urn with treads. Lil is ridiculously farmed. He's full HP and mana, but still TP's home. Just to pick up some dust, it looks like, and that is a nice move. They saw the Spirit Breaker top will not be... If a charge bottom from top would go across the map, you would see like a Spirit Breaker going across this map. But this is something that could cause some problems here. But Lina needs to stay alive just a little bit longer. Here comes your Spirit Breaker. Illidan still kicking for now. The dust is there. No Laguna. Oh no, Lil in trouble without the Laguna damage. He's not getting this kill. Zeus will help turn things around the bottom lane. Big plays from LC. They needed that turnaround. That helps the Brood catch up a lot. Gets Zeus more and more involved. Keys are now 3-1 and 2. He's been kind of the shining light for this team, and 7k net worth mag still looking very potent in this game. It was a smart move from Asus.Polar. I think Illidan just playing a bit too aggressive before the Spirit Breaker was there. Tried to bait him in too early. And the Zeus rocking out, well, even just the Zeus ultimate meant that Lina died before the Spirit Breaker arrived. If the Spirit Breaker arrives with dust, ulti, and you get that Laguna, it's a different story. Well, I guess Lina still dies to the Zeus, or even just the Spiderlings, but maybe being more of a 1-for-1 trade with Spirit Breaker looking for a charge out. Relax, going to swing back towards this bottom lane. May look to move in. The thing you got to do here is leave your Spiderlings on the side and bring him in when Dragon Slave's on corner. He's actually going to shoot these Spiderlings. Okay, never mind. That's what you want to do, but not what Relax does. So he feeds away maybe about 70 gold there. Just the Spider Rides. The big Spiderlings don't die to this, but wow, actually hits some more. Okay, nice play there. Even without detection. Charge down towards bottom lane. I think he maybe... Well, I'm not sure how well this will work here. This is bait here. Zeus once more in position with a Blink Dagger here as well. I think Brood, depends how far up he goes. Is he going to cancel this charge? Lil, this is super aggressive. He gets off the ulti already. Zeus, he's going to turn around, go into Illidan instead. He's going to blink forward. He relaxed, life stealing up. Nukes the one kill. Can he get the second? The Light Strike Array may just barely be enough, but still, it's going to be a double kill for Kaiser. Almost Brood survived that one. That was so close. That Light Strike Array, right as Lina died, secured that kill. If he didn't get that Light Strike Array off, Brood was life-stealing back to full HP. This passively incapacitating bite, causing Spirit Breaker to miss, causing him some problems, and it's LC who are winning all the fights here. They've kind of figured out Asus.Polar, like, well, you guys want to charge out Brood, we're just going to... We'll use him as bait. We'll have Keezer around, and he'll just get these kills. Level 13 Zeus now. We're not seeing the same involvement from Sadoi's mag. He's done amazingly well. He's the top net worth hero. He's playing fantastic, but his involvement has not matched the Zeus, who's kind of becoming his counterpart in some ways, even though the Zeus was mid. Feels like the Magnus needs to be fighting. I think he thought that LC are looking to pressure top, and they kind of are. The two supports are sitting around this top lane with the PL, but it's the bottom lane. It's this Zeus Brood duo getting a lot done. Again, I feel like I've seen this one a few too many times. Maybe at this point, Lil's like, okay, we failed this twice. Surely they won't expect us to go for this a third time. Keezer is mid, has a TP scroll ready. They saw the charge as well, I think. They had that Observer Ward by Roshan. The TPs already start coming in, relax, and they burst him down. Yes, they can. The TP's maybe a bit late. Lil needs a bash onto Skanks here. It's not going to matter. The cask is there. The weave now gets thrown out. Keezer wants to chase, has a blink. It's already been used once and doesn't look like he'll catch up to Illidan. This Radiant Ward spots the charge. But the TP support seemed a bit late there, if anything. Wasn't quite as on point as previous times. The problem was Zeus was mid lane, so the TPs, that second, third TP take a long time to go. If you want to TP down there, protect him, you've got to TP instantly. And Zeus, he's mid. He doesn't want to he has to TP in fog. He doesn't want them to... He needs to go like here, here, fall back, somewhere where he can actually get into fog so he can TP. If he TPs in plain sight, Asus.Polar say, Spirit Breaker man, there's a Zeus TP, and cancel that charge, they see you. Illidan now. This tower was actually in deny range, but did not get denied. Illidan now, 2.3k gold, almost has his Yule Scepter completed mid lane. Meanwhile, there's going to be an RP, a solo RP onto your Dazzle. Doesn't get a chance to get the Grave out. Sadoy, he's been fairly quiet, and just a solo kill on a Dazzle, not exactly the biggest use of an RP. Much rather get some of these high priority kills. Your Brood, your PL, your Zeus. Zeus will just throw a Soul Ring ulti. I think maybe concerned about a potential Roshan with Troll in the game. And right after that that happens, G's going to go in there. He says, well, they just used it. Maybe now is the time. But that's something you've got to kind of expect. Often, right after a Zeus ulti, teams will smoke up or go for some kind of objective, like a Roshan. Looks like LC going to TP multiple heroes this direction here. They've got a Weave that could look to scout things out in the pit here. G already getting Roshan down half HP. They also scout. They've got Spirelings in the pit. Great web placement. And here comes Brood. Over the top here, they get the Weave on a G. He's taking damage here. In goes your Brood with the ulti, and G gonna die in no time at all. No mag RP as well. He used on the Dazzle earlier. PL kept alive by a Grave, but not gonna last for long, or is it? The Death Ward gets cancelled by a nice Overgrowth. Actually, no, it doesn't. It's still bouncing around. It's gonna destroy everyone. Your mag to the high ground. 50 HP. He needs to blink out, but he can't do so. The Poison Touch still dealing damage. Now he gets the blink out. To the side he goes. Can he escape this one? Roshan is low, and with Asus.Polar not having Troll or Spirit Breaker, they will have a mag RP in 25, but it looks like Roshan will be secured by the Radiant side. Lina going to throw nukes from the high ground here. Witch Doctor says, get away from my Roshan. Get some bonus armor from that Weave. Magnus now, 15 seconds, he goes in, blink skewer to the high ground. It's just a Brood though. He pops the web, gets back down. That ain't going to work. And with Troll and Spirit Breaker still dead, Brood will secure Roshan with the ultimate. Gonna go for it. I was about to say, what are you doing? That's not the play to be making. Kiza will secure that kill. TP in from your Spirit Breaker. I don't know about charging into this one. He may consider a cancel. Nope, he's going to go in regardless. Backup is kind of nearby. Gets hit by Maledict and the Karski. Where's the damage output? They need a bit more. The Nether Strike comes into play. Here's Magnus waiting around with the Blink RP ready. They'll throw away the Witch Doctor saying, we don't want to fight this RP. It's just a small loss. We got Roshan. We got the Aegis. Let's get the hell out. Relax, caught by the dust, but he's hiding, perfectly placed on the trees. Even pinging exactly where he is, but maybe they could skewer across the top, but not going to happen. Top lane, Madara getting what farm he can. He's been getting punished in a few of these fights. It's been a bit of a rough game for a PL. Good news is this Treant still not getting anywhere near the normal farm we sometimes see on the F&G Treant. Not going to see an Ag Scepter. Well, could be the Staff of Wizardry for the Ag Scepter. But does suggest a possible Yule's pickup with the Staff and the Sage's Mask. But Sage's Mask just giving him some good mana regen, and this Staff could be for like a 4-staff or the makings of an Ags. Normally you start with a point booster, but maybe F&G just doing something a bit different here, especially because it's an item you can buy from back at base. So this top tier on tower being continuously healed up here. Observer Ward now onto the side. Got's pinged out. It looks like Asus.Polar did get vision of Skanks on the Witch Doctor as well. Can they bring him down, though? Skanks is going to back off. Looks like Asus.Polar don't want to go near him. Nobody wants to go near a Skank, man. That's common knowledge. Rules the top lane. PL, can he get the Doppelganger? No, he can't. Madara, Laguna Blade, kept alive by the Grave. There's going to be a Zeus ultimate as well. Madara, though, he needs a Doppelganger out of this one. Which direction is he going to go? To the side, over the tree lines, but Illidan has another nuke soon. One heal, he's not going to get the kill. Misses the stun as well. PL, still alive. He's being pinged out, so he's saying, somebody go finish that guy off. LC have lost 2 on the sidelines. Sadoy and Lil taking damage from the Maledict. This may be enough to bring him down. Witch Doctor, it's a level 2 Maledict. Sadoy, he survives on 50. Same for Lil. Both those two, caught in the Maledict. If there was a level 3 Maledict, would have been a nice fight. And uh-oh, Madara will survive. Looks like Spirit Breaker decides to cancel the charge. I'm not sure if it's charging the PL or not. Oh, Lina. Lina. Top 2 on tower. Mostly healed back up now. It doesn't look like LC will be able to finish this one off. This game feels like we've gone back much more to an even state now. Gold has been favoring Asus.Polar for a long time, but it had been swinging momentum towards LC. But with that fight, maybe it actually is Asus.Polar back with a bit of an edge. And yeah, it will be the Ags from FNG. Goes back for the Ogre Club, and it's just such a huge upgrade to the Treant Protector. Interestingly, going for stats over Leech Seed. At some point, you want at least 1 value point, because it is a 28% slow, but I mean, FNG in general, if he's in the front lines throwing a Leech Seed, he's going to die very quickly. There's always going to be like Sentry Detection wards, Sentry Detection, Zeus with ulti with Lightning Bolt. Getting in range for that is just so difficult. Top lane though, Illidan in trouble. He's popped the Yules offensively onto the Brood, but not really to be used offensively. just looking to cover his retreat. Living Armor now coming into play. Illidan going to turn and stun Sadoy. Gets him with the skewer, but he goes down regardless. Zeus, nice ulti comes into play. Witch Doctor caught in the backlines here. That's your troll. He's looking for more. G's been hit by the Maldic though. Does not have a BKB just yet. Big kill on the Zeus if they can get it. He's been earned up. Hit by the Orb of Venom as well. Keys are trying to stay alive. Can he get to the side? The earn damage may not be enough here, but there's Sadoy. Gets his godlike streak with a third kill going their way. A 3-for-1. G surviving as well. PL and Brood trying to get the kill. The earn damage won't be enough. Madara still chasing. He wants FNG. Gets a Diffusal Blade off, and that's going to be a 3-for-2. Madara's causing lots of problems here. Lil does have mana for a charge. Will go towards the bottom lane. He's getting... Oh, that looked funny. Phantom Rash onto the charging Spirit Breaker, but won't be able to keep up. The charge will go all the way down bottom, and it looks like kind of almost a break even in some ways. A 3-for-2. Okay, a swing towards the Asus.Polar way, but LC do kind of push Asus.Polar out of the top lane following that, with PL and Brood staying alive and also get a T1 tower, so a bit more even than the numbers possibly suggest, but the kills onto the Asus.Polar heroes was just kind of supports. I guess Lina is, I mean, at this point Lina is kind of a support. Let's be honest here, guys. But the T1 tower goes down. It took LC big effort to finally get that one. We've actually been saving up a lot of money. I don't mind this because I don't think there's any like clear like this is the item. It's a Necrobook game, or it's a Dagon game, or a Blink Dagger game. It hasn't really kind of been obvious what item to get this game. Maybe it's going to be a BKB. I don't know. There's like Laguna, there's Troll, Magnus, Spirit Breaker. There's so much to go through BKB. I don't know what the item is like, for a Brute this game. I'm like looking through things and there's no real clear obvious choice. You're never going to be able to man-fight a Troll. No itemization really allows you to out-carry a Troll, or even just 1v1 a Troll in a fight. So, it may just be a Dagon game. With that said, if you're going Dagon, you'd already have picked it up by now. And that makes me think it may be like a Necro 3, because you don't pick up the Necro 3 right away. You don't pick up the Necro book like as soon as you can. Oh, nice. Timely blink. I think he saw the charge coming across the river and blinked as a result, but little did he know there was a Lina waiting for him. I'm really curious what the Brood's going to buy. I think the Necro 3 seems possible, but it's going to be a very late Necro 3 and something Asus.Polar can probably well deal with. I don't think it's a Radiance. I know some, it's kind of a pub build, but it's like a pub build that good Brood players do, the Radiance build. Like, it's not a completely awful build, but it doesn't feel like it's going to get much done this game. So what's it going to be? Picks up the BKB. Just means he doesn't have to worry about like a Lina stun, the Whirling Axis from a Troll, the Skewer Shockwave from a Magnus, but there's still plenty of lockdown that will go through this. Spirit Breaker, Magnus with a Refresher. This Magnus has to be careful though. He's holding on to a big streak. That's a big kill to be getting, if they can. With a BKB on Troll. BKBs for the die side feel much more effective. You're countering out the Zeus, the Maledict. Oh, that was rude of me. For now, LC will play things fairly defensively. Keys are working on what looks to be a refresher to follow up this Bloodstone of his. I'm not sure if Bloodstone was... I mean, it's a nice item, but he's not going to require tons of charges off of this. Also, I mean, it gives him HP and mana. That's the big thing here. Slightly lower respawn time, which you can make use of. And we'll see. I like the refresher, but I feel like, I mean, I don't feel like an Ags refresher was necessarily the right idea either. I'm not sure what could have done some difference here. Force Staff is always good for the mobility as well. I guess Zeus is one of the more natural pickup heroes to pick that up. Both supports just really underfarmed. That's where this Radiant side are really struggling right now. These supports are not looking at any kind of eye progression. It's a 5k net worth difference between the two teams, and that net worth is entirely the supports, it feels like. You've got an extra, what, 4.5k difference in the support farm. The two supports combined for the Spirit Breaker, basically. Lil has been a machine on this Spirit Breaker. A few times we got a bit too aggressive and maybe fed unnecessarily, but all in all, it's been pretty damn good. So, one game apiece. Game 3 decider, and Asus.Polar. The one's in the lead with a 5,000 net worth advantage. We talked about late game LC. Their lineup does fall off. Your Brood, not going to be a good late game hero in the sense that fighting a Troll not going to be possible. Not to mention all the lockdown that goes through. BKB Zeus, his damage will get negated as well by BKB pickups. The PL, it's going to be the big one. Madara now, Diffusal, Manta style. See that Roshan respawn happen. Neither team scanning this out just yet. You've got to be Seeing some spiderlings or something there if you relax. Something that you'll see some brood players be very proactive in doing, but G just going to go right in exactly, well, pretty much exactly after the Roshan respawn. His movement in looks like it was spotted by this ward, unless he really hugged the sidelines there, but here come the spiderlings. They see G in the pit. He's going to ignore him though and just try to finish off Roshan. Here comes your brood. Drops down the web, and G will see this and probably be a bit kind of worried. The one thing they want, do they have a gem here? This is really a time where you want to have a gem. They get the center on the high ground though. They'll see the brood possibly coming in through this. Oh, they got vision here. Gonna try to look to combo him, but he pops a BKB, gets out of the stun, goes in on Illidan. Illidan now just needs to throw a Laguna, won't even get a chance to do so. Overgrowth going through, the BKB will allow G to bring down Relax. RP, number 1. Not gonna even need number 2. They get a couple of kills there. The Witch Doctor stuck on the high ground, gonna throw a Death Ward. There's your Skewer. He's popped the refresh, has an RP, doesn't have the mana for it. We'll use it just on the Witch Doctor. Sadoi still's a force have to escape. We'll get Zeus bolted. That'll bring him down. It's a 3 for 2. They're doing okay here, but the Witch Doctor's still going down, and no answer for G. The Cask is gonna do decently here. Zeus doing huge damage on the side, but he's going to get out. We'll blink backwards here. G still low on HP, but has the Aegis in hand. Spine will throw out a poison touch here, but doesn't look like... Oh, G. He's invis. Holding his ground. He's like, do they see me? Do they not see me? Do they see me? Oh, brought down. That's actually good win for LC. They bring down the Aegis right away, and I don't think Asus.Polar are going to be happy about that. G could have just kept on running. He didn't need to try and be cute there. He tried to stay invis and maybe turn around and fight out of that invis. But a 3 for 3, effectively a 3 for 4 with the Aegis claim. And yeah, the gold advantage goes LC's way. Not to mention, you look at, like, okay, the troll didn't really die. You lost an Aegis, but Zeus stayed alive. I guess you lost your PL. That's the one here you do not want to be losing really in those fights. But G now with a Skadi completed. This troll is just... This is what troll does. This is why this hero is banned 90% of the time. Illidan struggling to get what he wants done in these team fights. Oh, I guess actually he didn't even have an Axe. I was about to say he should just Laguna the Brood last fight, but he has not actually got the Ags yet. Until he does do so, he doesn't have that ability to just throw that Laguna Blade as he'd like to in a team fight. Here I mean, I kind of joked about Illidan being a support earlier, but yeah, 30 minutes in not having an Ags on your Lina, it really is a support in a lot of ways. LC going to smoke up, maybe get a ward on this high ground here and push this bottom lane. Not going to drop it just yet. Will there be a defense? I think they realize that they'll see this Brood bottom lane and likely go for a charge or some kind of a play when you're a Brood, but PL kind of reveals himself. Throws a lance, at least kind of signifies that there's someone else down bottom lane, but without an Aegis here, maybe something Asus.Polar won't look to defend. Nope, they say, we're going. Just the 1 RP for Sadoi, but we've seen most of these fights. 1 RP hasn't been enough. The second RP of that last fight wasn't even really used for too much. But only the mag TPing in so far. Troll still in the mid lane. Could TP to the tier 1 tower as your initiator. As a BKB if he wants to be the one to go in first. And this tower getting low. Here goes Sadoi. Cancels the RP. Doesn't quite get what he wanted. Now they're the 4-star to skewer back. Sadoi with a nice little play there. But he's made pay for this with his life. That's a godlike. No, he's already lost a godlike 3. Brood's low on HP but gets scraped up. They've lost 2 to start things off. Make it a 3rd with Lina dying. This PL is just swarming over everyone. Zeus can chase as well. Hits the bolt. Where's that Phantom Rush? Madara's nearby, gets a defusal on a G, and G without an Aegis, all he can do is maybe turn and fight. No buybacks on your dire side, and G gonna go down. It's a 4 for 2. Triple kill from Madara. PL just beast moding. Picks up his Boots of Travel recipe, gets the tier 1 tower for his team, and the tier 2 next in line. Heals himself up a bit with the bottle. That refresher, Zeus. So much damage. I don't know if they scouted out the refresher or not, but that was a double Zeus ulti, double freaking everything. And Kiza just tore them apart. The BKBs... Well, the single BKB, not enough. Magnus needs a BKB ASAP. I feel like a BKB was actually a better idea than this refresher because we've never seen a fight where he's needed 2 RPs. He's needed to stay alive, and without a BKB, he's not staying alive against this Zeus. It feels like a big mistake that he went for this item. Now, FNG has his accept. He started putting up the eyes on his side of the map, looking to maybe stall things out for that late game Treant play, but they're losing a lane of racks here at bottom. The late game's still looking okay for Asus.Polar, especially with Treant having an Acceptor, but... Bottom tier 3 tower goes down. At least they don't lose their racks here. That's the good news here. What's an overgrowth? What was it? Okay. This is the let's farm my jungle with overgrowth. You put one up at every jungle camp, you throw an overgrowth, and you farm a crap ton of gold. It's a pretty short cooldown on the ultimate, 70 seconds, so you can throw that around pretty liberally. This is where that Sage's Mask is just being picked up for the casual mana regen. Magnus will come in and finish off a few of these camps. But yeah, Sodoy's BKB, it feels like, is essential at this point, especially with G's BKB getting shorter and shorter, down to 8 seconds still, but you get to a late game scenario, you got 5-second BKBs against this Zeus, and oh boy, you're in some trouble. We'll see what Kiza does next as far as his item growth goes. I wonder what is the answer here. I feel like 4-staff is still good for Zeus, just because of how important mobility is against a Magnus who's always looking to RP you. FNG now, swooping through this enemy jungle. This is where your Treant farm really kicks in. He's going to just put these eyes up all over. And you've got to buy. Where is that gem? Like, yeah, we go. Here we go. Gem is on the courier coming out. Oh! TP out. Just barely. Oh boy. They know this ward's here though, so still a handy Zeus ultimate. FNG smart to just insta TP out when he got scattered out by that Zeus ulti. Where do things stand? Almost dead even as far as XP and gold. Game 3 decided, and we're even at 33 minutes. I love it. This is a fantastic series between two great teams. LC, a big up-and-coming team, and Asus.Polar, they've been good for a while. They have been going through some roster tweaks with DK Phobos joining Na'Vi and Mag being removed / leaving the team. So we will catch up Madara here. Do they go for this kill? They've got Troll kind of nearby. They can charge this, but it doesn't feel like they'll have enough unless they want to throw RPs. And they're going to go for the charge. They've got more teammates coming. They're going to RP to start things off. There's your Skewer, Shockwave. Now they know the real one. Laguna Blade, easy peasy. All it took was one RP to be used. He's got a second. Should a fight break out if he needs it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. These eyes will cause a lot of problems to this Radiant team. Talk about that gem pickup. It's on the Witch Doctor who gets the Quelling Blade to go with it. This is just core against a Treant Protector. Having a gem with a Quelling Blade, unless you're like a Bat Rider who can Firefly down trees. They see this brew. They're going to go in. There's your second RP just to help make sure they get this kill. They're going to bring down Relax here, and Asus.Polar, it feels like when they're using RPs for solo kills, it's making a big statement that we're happy this game can go 60 minutes in. Because look at this stream. He's got mud golems. More mud golems. Well, apart from mud golems, he's farming well. He's using that ultimate, farming jungle camps. Doesn't get the full kill on these camps. Well, on the big camps, but still. I think he finished off this cap here, maybe with a double overgrowth. So, FNG will build towards that refresher orb. Most likely as this next big item. And his team with 2 heroes down, like, they're not going to be able to push high ground, but they'll get a tier 2 tower out of this. Empower on a Troll Wall and Empower on a Lina, who does now have the Ag Scepter. Now we're talking. Looks like this is, yeah, I was about to say, just probably top lane. This is where you just split and farm. Don't give up kills. Illidan, bro. You're pushed far forward. He has got a Yule Scepter, also giving a lot of movement speed. The Fiery Soul's getting up to 450-ish. We'll get out of there. It's so hard. Like, you go through your jungle, take out maybe 4 or 5 of these eyes, and then FNG just plants 4 or 5 more not long after. And the problem is you have to really make like a dedicated effort to continuously swoop through your own jungle to counter them. It's like, it's not efficient use of your time to just check every little spot like you can. What's coming out here? It looks like a Manta style for your Brood is complete. Your PL was building towards the Heart of Taras with the Vitality boost to pick up. Just looking at some raw HP. This is where as soon as Treant gets his Ag Scepter, it delays the game so much. It's kind of like a Techies with an Ag Scepter defending high ground. Like, you just, even if you've got gem detection, like, just like, you can just instantly clear out creep with those remote mines. Kind of a different, for different reasons, but Treant Ag just seems to have a similar effect where this game ain't ending anytime soon unless LC can somehow win a crazy big team fight. What's a Veil pickup for you, Zeus? So I'm going to amplify that magic damage of his. BKBs, talked about these. Going to be crucial for this dire side. Spirit Breaker working on one himself. Lil, his BKB I feel is actually an important item to prioritize. Lina going to be working on one. Illidan with Ogre Club as well as the Mythalheim. So it's both Spirit Breaker and Lina about 1,300 gold away from a completed BKB. You got to imagine Magnus is going to go for one, so he's only 2,000 gold away from a BKB. Suddenly, Asus.Polar are going to go from 1 BKB to 4 BKBs with this gate being stalled out. And then if they can get a Roshan, if they get Aegis, Cheese, quad BKBs, and have this Treant with an Ags Refresher, good luck winning a late game fight, LC. So, this game feels like it's going to be very difficult for LC to win. Not impossible. It's going to come down to their execution. Because Asus.Polar are going to just sit back, get their farm, get these items I'm talking about, the BKBs, and it's up to LC to make a play, make something happen. Move on out. They pick up a Heart of Trash. Maybe that's what they've been waiting for. LC also need to really make sure they can... This next Roshan fight may just decide the game. Well, I think if Asus.Polar get the next Aegis Cheese uncontested and farm their BKBs, I think Asus.Polar straight up win. If LC can win the Roche fight, get Aegis and Cheese, get a line of racks, then they have an advantage. I don't think they'll win the game off of that. That's the thing. Even if they get like Aegis Cheese and an advantage, it'll give them maybe like a 60-40 or like a 65-35 chance to win this game. Which is, I mean, really goes to show how much they're going to struggle late game against this kind of a draft. Not to mention just having like super underfarm supports. You Dazzle with very little here. A 3-man RP. Sadoy, he's got a second one as well. No, can't get it off, won't need it. Witch Doctor goes down. Do they see Relax? He's just sitting in this here. He's going to survive for now. The gem's on the ground. They've lost PL though. And now Sadoy will catch up Spartan further over. Looks like the Brood will survive, but it's a 1 for 4. Sadoy with the RP magic. Holy moly, that's also your gem. And without a gem, it's not the Roche fight which decides. I think LC was, well, LC were going for Roshan with that movement towards the pit, but it was effectively the Roshan fight. Even if Roshan wasn't up, LC was smoking up, trying to sneak a Roche. Asus.Polar were coming to contest a Roshan, which wasn't even there. End result, LC get RP'd, LC get taken out. Gem gets lost, which means Tree and Protector is just in an even better position. And now Roshan likely to be secured for this dire side. G pushes down the mid tier 2 tower, will swing back towards the pit, and I don't even think he's going to be the one taking the Aegis. I don't think he really needs. I guess it's Aegis and Cheese, so yeah, he'll take the Aegis and order the Cheese. Magnus not around to take the other, and now BKB's come out. Illidan has his, didn't even have it for that fight. Lil, a couple hundred gold short of his. This is looking not so good for the LC squad after that fight. That was with a newly purchased Heart of Tarask, which Doctor's Agcept is still decent ways off as well, so that's kind of his late game item. And well, no gem. What can you do if you're LC here? It's kind of a rhetorical question because there's nothing. This map control and vision is just going to be Asus.Polar favored for the rest of this game. There we go. You farm these camps. You throw the Overgrowth just for a casual little farm. Treant level 16 now will TP home to reduce his mana. Has a purse. He's basically got his Refresher now. Picks up some wards. He's supporting while farming an Ags Refresher. FNG is 0, 1, and 2, but he is a late game beast with these items. Cheese on your Lena now as well. This is going to cause some problems. And all LC are just forced to sit in their base, group up as 5, not farm. So Asus.Polar, at this point, they can push with the Ace and Cheese if they want to, or they can just sit back. They farm the rate. They farm every bit of farm on the map goes their way. The only farm LC are getting is like the creep waves which reach their base. That's all they're going to get. Complete and utter map control here. Getting Observer Wards down deep as well. See more of these little eyes just get thrown up wherever he so pleases. And the gem, I mean, this cooldown, 145. Even when you get it, you haven't got anyone good to kind of de-ward with. They need a big team fight around this Refresher Zeus. Problem is, BKBs. Triple BKB. Magnus still no BKB. Has been dying in most of these fights, which has been his main problem. Trogon replaces SMY with that Satanic, and it looks like, well, they're not even considering high ground. They're still just using the tree and ulti to farm. And these little jungle camps can be sad, sad, sad. Even times it such that they respawned. Like, he used it just before the minute mark, so this camp died and then respawned right after. And we go with G. They're pushing without Overgrowth. They just used it to farm the jungle. G taking a lot of damage here. Gets 4-star back and may just want to pop a Satanic to farm the Ancients or something here. Still 2 minutes left on Roshan here. It looks like G... I think we just Satanic for this. No, just gonna lifesteal the old-fashioned way, but still get some good lifesteal going, and with the living arm, we'll be mostly back to full HP. But hey, they're not pushing. Their late game is just flat out gonna be a lot better here. BKB Manta Brood is not really holding up. You've got double overgrowth to deal with the right-click carry potential of a PL, of a Brood. Madara just doesn't have the ability to carry this late game, it doesn't feel like. Asus.Polar just don't need to push. All their heroes can... Most of their heroes can get more farmed, it feels like. Skanks will get some D-Ward action going down here, but he won't even get the Observer Ward. Zeus Bolt helped things out a little bit, but it's still up there. They want to go back for more. He's got the Quellum Blade. He says, Zeus, come help me out, buddy. Okay, they'll get it. I mean, Spirit Breaker can transition into a late game carry. He's got Battle Trance to back him up. Asus.Polar have 5 late game cores, it feels like. Treant as an Ags Refresher. This guy is a late game core hero. Spirit Breaker with Battle Trance, BKB, and another item. He's a late game carry. Or at least like a semi-carry. Then you got Magnus, Refresher ulti. You've got Lena with an Ag Scepter. Everyone on this Asus.Polar side is a good... Not just a good late game hero, but has farm for the late game. You've got 5 farmed heroes, almost be 10k net worth. On the Radiant side, Witch Doctor, not exactly great late game. You've got to hit a big cast, but with BKBs, that's looking less likely. Deathward isn't really going to offer a whole lot without the Ags upgrade. Dazzle's okay. Like he's a good late game hero, but he's not got any farm. Hasn't even got a 4-star. Not even a 4-star on him. Brood is not a late game hero. Zeus is not bad when the BKBs get down in 5 seconds, but you got to really pick your timing. So Asus.Polar can do whatever they want. They just chill. They just like chipping away, split pushing, saying, "Okay, come and fight us, guys. What are you guys gonna do?" EL. Stunned up, we'll throw the Manta. And this graph, I imagine, yeah, down we go. It was even just 10 minutes ago, things were dead even. Now it's a 20k gold lead acquired in 10 minutes. This has been a very quick momentum swing change, and it's gone all the way of Asus.Polar, who looking like they may be able to take game 3 here, unless LC have some magic, or possibly an Illidan 3-2-2 moment. I mean, you can't just... I mean, Illidan can just... like, run into Fountain, die 5 times, and I think Asus.Polar still win. I mean, it could be 4v5, and I think they win without Illidan at this point. That's how difficult this game is for LC. Delete, like, permanently delete Lena from this game. Like, Aghanim's Necrophos Ultimate, where you have, like, a 10-minute respawn cooldown, and I don't even think LC could win. That is how bad this game is right now. It's like, don't mean to be the bearer of bad news and tell you guys, like, oh, stop watching now, game's over, but it's going to take some monumental fuck-up from Asus.Polar to lose this game. And there we go, Magnus with his BKB. So there's your 4th BKB. The other crazy thing is these BKBs are still so healthy. Even your Troll, who's had his for a long time, is 7 seconds. I think everyone else is still on 10 even? Yeah, 10 on your Lena, 10 on your Magnus Spirit Breakers. You've got 3 10-second BKBs. If Zeus could get some good damage off in the fight, it's one thing. He's got to have a buyback, so he maybe dies to start things off, and then he comes back, does a lot of damage when the BKBs have already been used. But Asus.Polar, okay, Story just baiting things out. This is where, let's take a fun look at the Dire Vision, guys. Yeah, they have global map hack. I see dead people. If you want to flash back to the Warcraft 3 days, maybe not to the high ground, I guess, but. They don't care about that high ground. All they care about is all this farm on the map, which... Treant Protector, okay, suddenly up to 3k gold. Oh, they're going in, they're going to fight bottom lane. Sadoy forced to BKB. Does have his screw here. Troll just came in from the side, swoops in, gets 1 kill. Has a butterfly now complete as well. He's replaced his Sanjin Yasha completely. And is at his 6th slotted set. I guess that's the one good news for LC, is that Troll is not getting any more farmed. He's getting a boots to travel after this, but that's about it. Maybe has like that 7th item refresher on his courier, but this is in theory as farmed as G will get, but with an Empower in the front lines, this is pretty damn freaking farmed. Good luck dealing with him. Child's gonna get cancelled. Looks like Lena's kind of split pushing some of these other lanes. Trying to detract detecting from him. G, gonna get low here. It's Maledict. Oh, with that Zeus ulti, maybe forced to BKB. Oh, Zeus already did use the refresher. G, he's gonna BKB it. If he could get to this camp to use that Satanic, it would have been different, but I'm surprised he's not even... Come on, it's just Satanic. It's just like free HP. Oh, the trade steps. Oh, geez, like, man, I was satanicking to heal up, and the good old Treant Protector says, nah, I'll take that instead. At this point, it doesn't even matter how Asus.Polar use their BKBs, use their ultimates. I guess getting down to all 5-second BKBs is a slight problem, but... I mean, what do you do? It's not even worth getting a gem. You're not leaving your base. If you're LC, the only eyes you want to de-ward and wards is wards on the high ground. It's not, you're never going to get to your jungle, and even if you got a gem, how long would it take to de-ward the map? If you're trying to de-ward, you're dying. You cannot leave your base. You're just going to feed if you do. So at this point, don't bother. Oh, he's guessing. He doesn't know which one. He guessed wrong. He doesn't actually have sentry detection to know which one has the eye on it. Peel buys a blink dagger. I guess you get what you can at this point, and I don't mind seeing an item like this being picked up. Does give him well, it allows him to do just this. He goes in, Lincoln Sphere is there. Illidan gonna pop his BKB, look to TP out, anything to cancel it. Oh, that was close to a kill. The minus armor from Weave helping things out. Illidan saying, no 3-2-2 today, boys. No 3-2-2 today. Zeus considers an ultimate, but not gonna come out just yet. Double RP is online, and see what Asus.Polar next move is going to be. And goes Kiza. Gets the first hit bash. G has a BKB though, so... I think at this point they're just trying to force out those BKBs. Get them down nice and low, but... Roshan about to respawn. May just be a Rosh that goes someone like the Spirit Breaker or the Lena's way with Cheese and Aegis. G being maxed out. I guess he could look to drop an item like a... I'm not even sure what it would be. Like a temporary item drop. Treant gets an AC now. This is... I love this Axe Refresher late game Treant because... One of the big problems that a lot of teams have late game is that all the farm on the map goes to their most farmed hero. Like, a lot of times in games like this, it'll be G, who's already 6-slotted. He's the only one who can farm and push out lanes because he's 6-slotted, and he gets... You end up seeing heroes with 10, 15k gold at 60 minutes in because they can't spend it. Top lane, Lena, uh-oh. Well, it's a pick-up, but does Illidan really care? Okay, for a second I thought it was maybe going to get a Lagoon on Witch Doctor, but... While this is going on, there's a charge bottom lane. Here we go. Could be problematic for your Brood. And BKB out of that one. Doesn't have the detection as well. Just a tier 3 tower claimed, and I mean, I guess you throw some BKBs for this. In goes your PL. He's blinked forward. He maybe wants to go on G here. Does have a Satanic. RP's are sitting behind here. Is there going to be one? No refresher being used just yet. He's already used the 1 RP, and he's going to be a bit careful. Kiza blinks forward. Traps himself in some trees here. The overgrowth there as well. G Satanics. It's a big fight here. Madara caught in the RP. That's a dead Phantom Lancer. Buybacks are available for your Radiant side, and they're likely to be forced out now. Oh, Zeus just barely got that blink out. Will TP charge is there. Oh, gets out. Just barely. That would have been problematic. Zeus would have been forced to buyback as well, but that's already 2 buybacks forced out. No RPs available, so I think Asus.Polar say, we kind of won that fight. You guys use buybacks. We don't care about racks at this point. We're winning this game. We can get Roshan. We can go take a little picnic somewhere. Go take a smoke go. We can go AFK for 10 minutes and come back, and I imagine this game still will not have changed very much. As mentioned, this game, I would say it's... I mean, it's kind of weird to put a percent on games, but this is like sub 1%. The chance of LC winning... I mean, there's nothing LC can do themselves to win this game. I mean, there's things they can do to put them in the best possible position for Asus.Polar to throw the game or make a big screw-up. Or have a 5-man DC and then hope someone's PC explodes. And the one thing you can do is just drag the game. The more you drag it out, the more likely someone's PC is going to explode. It's a numbers thing there. No, as far as actually winning the game in a standard fashion, LC have to just keep sitting back, hope Asus.Polar overextend when they go for a high ground push, or split push too much such that they get picked off and caught like we've seen Illidan do maybe here or there with the PL Blink initiation, but... There's going to be a refresher for G, which is going to probably just leave on it the courier. Can refresh the BKB Satanic with some nice little juggling. May need to drop his phase boots to do so. I've always thought about it. The problem with like juggling a refresher mid-fight is it's really hard to micro, because you need to like drop your boots, pick up the refresher, use the refresher, and then like re-pick up your boots. There's a lot of micro balls. So I always wonder if like maybe you want like a second pair of boots. So you can like you can drop your boots on the ground to pick up your refresher and then not have to worry about finding those same boots. Like just have the courier deliver them. But I don't know. It's always one of those tricky things where very rarely do you see proper, like, drop an item, pick up a refresher, use it, and then keep on fighting. Normally it's like you fall back, you do it not in the middle of a fight is when it normally happens, basically. Spirit Breaker now gets an Ag Scepter up and gives him that short 20-second cooldown charge. He's just going to go down mid lane, see whoever he can. Isn't likely to commit to this charge unless things look really good for his team. But they're going to get this bottom lane. There's your RP. Catches out. Well, catched out too, but one got forced up away. That's maybe going to save your Zeus. He's going to turn, throw an ultimate to start things off. Still has a refresher, holding on to it for now. Waiting out for these BKBs to cool down. The charge will go through. But Lil just going to back things off. Top lane, it's your Treant. Split pushing away. He's going to be dealt with. He's going for the range racks. FNG gets diffused up. That'll get rid of the Nature's guys, and he's trying to TP himself out. The damage output just barely enough. They bring down FNG. Bottom lane, though, it's your Magnus trying to get the melee racks here. They've brought down just a Treant so far. It's been a decent hold from LC, but a decent hold doesn't actually gain them any ground. It just prevents Asus.Polar from gaining ground themselves. And while G going to go to the high ground here, doing some big right clicks, almost probably could have three-shotted there. The Dazzle here is going to turn around and fight. Has the Satanic, needs to pop this one. He's getting chainsawed. Great cast, doing huge work on Asus.Polar. Treant will buy back. Sadoy's still alive in the front lines here. He's trying to fight, relax. The Brood will go down. Illidan alive in the back lines here. He's just man fighting here. He's got a Laguna Blade in a couple of seconds. Kiza may go down, pops a BKB, and LC. They melt. 2 heroes dead without buybacks. That's your PL and your Brood, and it's GG. Triple buyback from the other LC heroes, but they've already called it. Kiza should go down. It's all over. Asus.Polar get a 2-1 victory here. The FNG late game Treant Protector play once more coming into play. No counter to it on the LC side. They had it looked like a moment of brilliance where they could maybe take bottom racks after winning a fight. Even if they get that, I think it was still an even game, but unable to capitalize on the one moment where they were kind of looking strong. And then as soon as Asus.Polar got that map control, took that gem, won that fight. It was that Roshan pit fight where Roche wasn't quite up, but LC was smoked and got RP'd and got destroyed. That there was GG. I mean, LC probably knew, like, that fight, losing their gem right then when it was on cooldown, gave them a less than 5% chance to win the game. And then everything from there went according to plan for Asus.Polar. So that does it, guys. Today's only Style Ladder match is done and dusted. We've got other Dota 2 going on, though. So head on over to the other streams. We've got NIP, the Ninjas in Pajamas, taking on Cloud9. I'm not sure if that series is still going or if it's ended. It looks like it is still live on Beyond the Summit, so check out Coddle Guy and Purge over there. But I'm done. You can follow me on Twitter at BTSGods. Big thanks everyone for tuning into Style Ladder Europe action. I'll be back tomorrow with 2 best-of-3s. Tomorrow, who have we got playing? Let me take a quick look at our schedule for Style Ladder Season 12. It's going to be Europe, and it's Cloud9 versus LC and Goomba versus Scary Faces. So check those games out tomorrow, guys. Got a mix of Group A and Group B action. So that happens tomorrow. As said, you can follow me on Twitter at BTSGods. But for now, head on over to the other BTS stream. Cloud9 vs NIP is live. See you guys there.